This is the cheapest bow on Amazon. It costs roughly $100, and in this video, we're gonna be targeting some of the biggest game in North America down to the smallest. We're gonna be putting it to the ultimate test. We just got it in the mail. Let's unbox it and see what comes with a $100 bow. All right, well, we have the $100 bow right here on this tailgate. I gotta tell you guys, I'm pretty pumped to check it out, so let's see what we got. All right, here we are. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at these arrows right out the gate. Those are some mean looking arrows, brother.
They are.
Got fin tips on them. That's a mean looking machine. Those look way cooler than the arrows that I use right now. I just use the cheap Walmart ones. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows. This thing comes with some targets. I don't know where we're gonna put this up. We have a regular target. We'll probably just tape this to. So we got targets, we got arrows with field tips. Got a little pamphlet if you don't know how a bow and arrow works. And right here is the beast itself. Check that out right there. That right there is pretty cool. It doesn't look like a cheap Amazon bow, does it? It looks pretty legit.
No, it's not much shorter than your bow.
This is an adult version bow. This isn't like a youth bow, okay? This is something I can actually go out and use. I know a lot of videos on YouTube, different places, claim to have the cheapest bow, but it ends up being a youth. This is the cheapest adult bow you can buy. $100. Look in here. We got some supplies in here. We got the flipping stabilizer. Go and screw that in. This is my first drawback with it, by the way. Ugh.
Brother, it loads up nice.
This thing goes up to 70 pounds. This is a legit bow. We're gonna be testing the performance, but the specs, the way this thing feels, it's super light. It feels legit, and I am really excited to try it out. We got a whisker biscuit, which is pretty much where our arrow is gonna rest on the bow. We got a sight. This is really everything that you need to start hunting. There's the sight.
A little 3-pin action.
3-pin sight, probably do like 20, 30, 40 on that.
Yeah.
Got all the tools. If you just seen this bow, how much would you think it would cost?
Bare bow, probably like 250, 300 at least.
200 bucks,
Yeah.
I would say 250.
250.
100 bucks, I think is just insane.
Forever
This is a
doing it.
Pandarus, I think is what that book says. But here's the thing, I don't have my own setup to set this bow up, get the arrow straight, get the sight on there perfectly. So I am gonna take it to a bow shop, but that's gonna be the cost really for any bow, unless you have your own setup at home, in which case you've spent probably hundreds of dollars to get yourself anyway. We're gonna take this to the bow shop, get it set up, start slinging some arrows, and Zach is really trying to convince me to give this to him after this challenge is over. We might just do it, I don't know. We'll see what happens. What? Convince me, give me your best.
Please, can I please have it after we're done?
Comment down below right now, should we give it to Zach? I'll think about it. So yeah, this bow cost about $100 on Amazon. So if you don't know a lot about bows, bows can cost up to thousands of dollars. I mean, that's like the price of a car. And if you don't have that kind of money, a bow that's only $100 might really have that allure to you. And in this video, we're not really trying to make this bow look good, make it look bad. We're just gonna put it straight up to the test and see what it can do. This thing could actually break during the first hunt. We have no idea, but we're about to find out, and we're gonna show you guys the results. Our bow is now completely set up. Shout out to the gentleman that helped us out there. Is always huge help. We have our normal target down there with our little target paper that came with the bow on the target. We cranked this sucker up to 70 pounds, and pretty much everything that come with it is what you see on it. The only thing that we added is this little kisser button right there. It keeps me consistently putting it right here in the corner of my mouth. Just keeps the shots consistent. That is the only thing I added. I want to say it was like maybe like $3 or $4 or $5 or something like that. Here we go. First shot with the bow. Let's go check out the first shot. That was approximately 15 yards or so. We did go all the way back to 20. You can see I'm shooting a little bit high and a little bit to the right. I will say I think my sight could have been adjusted down a little bit, so I do feel awkward holding it. Does it look a little bit awkward? The little rubber thing that holds my sight did come off. That's why I don't like these. But with this string, it wasn't the kind of string where I could just put the sight in by itself. That does kind of suck. All right, you can see this one come in from a different angle. I don't know if that matters, but we have a pretty consistent group right there at 20 yards. I would say we are low, which makes it a good thing we didn't adjust while we were here. So we're gonna bring it up some, and I think we're pretty much in the center. We might have to put a little bit of super glue on that or something because it keeps popping off. Not good.
Not good. Brutal.
Not what you want to happen when you're looking at a big buck with Amazon's cheapest bow. I think we're gonna have to get this resolved
Right now. Okay, let's try this again. Brutal.
All right, well, this is quite a time later, probably about 2 or 3 hours later. We've taken this thing back to the outdoor shop. They've redone our sight there. I've got it a little bit more fine-tuned to what I'm looking for. And we've been trying to sight this thing in. It's been an absolute nightmare. The fletchings on the arrows that came with the bow, they're really bent up, really out of shape, and we thought that might be the reason why I'm shooting a little bit all over the place, and I really think it is. So I went with my arrows, which are still really cheap Walmart arrows, and it has improved quite a bit, but I'm still not comfortable out to like 40 yards. 30 yards and in, I feel like we're pretty good shape. 40 yards, this thing's a little bit all over the place. I don't know what about a bow makes it all over the place, but it definitely is the case. And with my bow, I'm pretty dialed in from 40 yards.
And also, whenever we took it back in, they actually ended up having to replace this tubing stuff. What is that?
They just told me that the tubing on here was just super cheap, and this right here is a little bit more premium. They said it was the 50-cent tubing versus the $1 tubing. Ever since we put this on there, it has not been popping off the peep. So we're gonna shoot one more time from 30 yards. I don't plan on taking one from 40 yards. I just can't get it consistent. And it's not worth showing you guys because it has been a long time of us shooting from 40 yards. Just can't get it dialed.
Went over the target. Arrow was gone.
Go check it out.
Tell you, the whole saying of you get what you pay for seems to be coming into play so far in this video.
Definitely not feeling as confident with this right now as I do my normal bow.
But hey, that's part of the challenge though, right?
It is part of the challenge. But we also want to make sure we're going to make a good hit on a deer. We don't want to make a bad hit just because we're trying to complete some challenge, right? These should be good from 30 yards. Honestly, I'm just a little bit fatigued because I've shot so much.
Now what about the first arrow?
First arrow, I'm pretty sure I put my 40-yard pin on it by mistake. I've got like 2 arrows down here just from today.
It is untelling how many arrows are in this field.
But now it's time to get in the woods, see if we can get one within shooting distance where we're confident, and put the smack down on one. Now we're heading out to our first hunting spot, and what better way to put this bow to the test than against a deer? And we want to say a huge shout out to Tideway for helping us out with this video, and especially this first hunt, because we're taking out a blind they sent us, and it's pretty epic. They also sent us out these waders. They got places for shells, tons of zippers. They're warm but breathable, and they got this nice little warm place to keep my hands nice and toasty. This is the nicest pair of waders I've ever owned. I'm gonna be using these to trap beaver, go duck hunting. I really wish I had this back in the Minnesota trip. And right inside these waders is a nice little pocket to keep my phone in. Fancy. They also sent me these nice pair of boots. A couple big things I like about these boots: the reinforced rubber on the toes. Something falls on your toe, your little piggy's gonna be just fine. And check this out, it's got the nice little thing to pull them off with. That's an underrated feature. Plus, look at the tread, anti-slip. Every hunter has to have a nice pair of boots, and these Tideway boots are some of the best I've ever owned. They have awesome grip, they're waterproof, and with winter coming around, everything is wet and cold. You need a nice pair of boots, and I recommend these. And while I like the boots and the waders, maybe the coolest thing they sent me is this nice jacket. It actually has a built-in heater. Don't worry about freezing to death in your blind or in your stand this year, because the Tideway jacket, press a little button, you're all warm and cozy right up there in the stand, waiting on your target buck. Now everything's set up, we're getting ready to start the hunt, but again, make sure to check out Tideway. This jacket is nice, the boots are nice, the waders are nice, everything that they have, just really high quality products. All the links in the description. Let's see if we can kill us a big old buck. We got a new blind in the mail, and we just got access to this new property, so we're gonna go ahead and set this up, and we're actually gonna do a little evening sit this evening. There's a ton of deer traffic around here. I mean, there's prints absolutely everywhere. Deer poop, deer trails, pretty much everything that you want to see when you're setting up on a new spot. I'm pretty pumped about this blind. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Tideway sent it to us, and there's something really special about it. I've used their blinds a lot. I use a lot of their products, but this blind right here in particular is one of my favorites, and I'm gonna show you guys why. All right, we're walking out to the setup right now. Right here's the field that we're gonna be hunting. There's deer everywhere out in here. There was an old blind right here people had been using, but the wind got a hold of it. It's all messed up, and they had it sitting about right here. And I think that's exactly where we're gonna set this one. And right here's the blind. It's got this nice big pack. You can carry it on your shoulders like a backpack. We've had it out a few times, and it's pretty simple to get back in. I know a lot of times with other blinds and stuff like that that come in a pack, it's tough to get them back in it. This one's actually pretty simple, pretty easy. I wanna get this thing out and show you guys all about it. It's pretty cool. Setting up blinds in new spots is always fun for me. I don't know, just a fresh deer spot. You don't know what's here. Me and Zach are both pretty excited about it. We really don't care what we get. I mean, we're down for some meat, but we're also looking for a big buck. I've yet to kill a buck all year. Here's the blind. Looks like an ordinary blind up to this point, right? Check this out. Now, do you notice anything different about this blind? This is an absolute massive blind, okay? As a big guy myself, Zach's a big guy, James is a big guy. A lot of times we can only fit 2 people in a blind, and it's pretty snug.
You can stand up in that.
Come on in, Zach. Put this down, get a little light in here. It's got these nice little zipperless window adjustments right here. See that? No zippers, it don't make noise.
You can stand up and shoot in here.
Literally, I'm what, 6'2"?
He's on the edge of the tent as well. I mean, you ain't in the center.
We can fit 3 of us in here super easy.
And that's with big chairs too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
I'm pumped about this blind. I really like it a lot. If you peek inside the blind, there you'll see my chair, and right there is Zach's chair. We're gonna probably set up a trail camera back here as well. I'm pretty pumped. Let's freaking go. All right, guys, it is about 3:30. We've got pretty much everything we need to do. We're getting set up inside the blind. We're getting here probably an hour, 30 minutes earlier than what we need because we knew we were going to be loud and just want to get in here early, give the deer plenty of time, let everything settle. The blind looks really nice. I'm really happy with the blind. We got plenty of room in there, so that's going to be nice. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop in. All right, how's it looking in here? Look at this. This is nice, brother. That is nice. Love this thing. That's what dreams are made of right here. There's birds on top of our blind. That's how good the camo is. There's flipping birds on our blind. So these blinds, good to get them out sooner rather than later. It's not always ideal to set them up and then hunt the same day in them. Because even though they're camouflaged, no matter how good your camouflaging is, deer are probably going to notice something has changed, especially if they come through all the time. So the sooner you can get your blind up, leave it out there, the better. Today, we're not doing that. This is a pop-up hunt kind of deal. Thing is, deer have been used to seeing blinds in this location. I feel like this blind looks a lot more camo than the other ones, so hopefully that's going to help us out. Now it's just a waiting game. We sit here, we wait. Zach's going to man the camera. Hopefully we get some big bucks on camera or something on camera. Hopefully the camera job is good. If not, blame Zach. I'll see you whenever something happens. We've only got about 20 minutes of shooting loud left. We're hearing tons of stuff back here around us in the woods. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen now. All right, so we didn't see any deer during this set, but we're actually leaving the blind here. We're gonna leave it out for a few days and see if the deer can kind of get used to it. We'll be coming back here later in this video. But for now, we're heading to a place I know we're gonna see some action. But this target might be a little bit more challenging. We're going for squirrels. All right, we have just rolled up to this little patch of woods right here. There's a ton of squirrels usually here. Now, in the last little bit, we haven't seen any, but hopefully today we're gonna see some, and we're gonna be trying to take them out with a bow. A lot of people don't squirrel hunt with bows, and it's probably for a good reason. It's extremely difficult. You need to be dialed in with your bow. And honestly, I don't know if I am dialed in enough with this bow, but if we get close and get a decent look at a squirrel, I think we can make it happen. We're gonna put this thing to the test in the field, and I think going for squirrels or any kind of small game for that matter is the ultimate test of accuracy. Now you might be thinking, what kind of arrow setup are you using for squirrels? They're kind of small. They're not like a deer or anything like that. And it's pretty much the exact arrow that we use for deer, actually. But the head is different. You can see right there, the head has these little claw-looking things that come out. They're like little wires, and then they got that mean-looking little tip on it. Yeah, that is really sharp. So these little wires just basically increase the surface area that this broadhead can hit, and if any part of this little small game head touches a squirrel, I think it should be fatal. It's not really designed to penetrate, it's more of just like a blunt force. That's what these are made for. This is also 100 grain, which is the exact weight of our field tips and the broadheads we're going to be hunting with later in the video. So it should fly about the same out of the bow. Keeping all your weights the same on your arrow and your different broadheads, it's a really big deal for this bow. All right, so we're going to get this knocked up. We're going to sit down. It's really windy out, but luckily the leaves have been falling, so it might be a little bit easier to see some squirrels. I see two squirrels right here. We need to get up on the road and get a little bit closer. Okay. There's two squirrels up there right now. Let's see if we can get closer. This is literally a spot and stop. You have to get close enough. This isn't like sniping them with a 22. Our equipment has to be dialed right here. All right, start to be quiet. 39 yards. Yeah. That's too far. We gotta get a little closer. We gotta get a little closer. 39 yards. 26 yards. Man, that was it. This is hard.
They're coming up above the bar. Okay, see? Yeah. Oh, they're on the back side there.
No, they're staying over there. I've been in full draw for how long now? Oh, I missed it. Give me another one. Give me another one.
It almost looks like it grazed him.
Where's he at?
He stay on the back side.
Oh! Smoked him!
Smoked him! Woo! Oh my God, you killed him, dude. Right off the side of the tree.
Smoked him, son.
God, give me some more.
Let's freaking go!
You actually, God bless, he got him.
I can't believe that happened.
I can't believe it happened either.
We smoked him, baby! Let's go! The Amazon bow! Let's see if we can find this guy. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to get one more. 70 flipping pounds on that guy. He's right here. He couldn't go far.
Is the arrow still with him? No.
It destroyed him.
Where's the arrow?
I'm sure the arrow's gone.
Guys, I am absolutely stoked that we got that squirrel. Zach's got the squirrel right there. We're currently looking for another one. I truly feel like I could probably smoke another one. It was like 22 yards, and I took another step or two. I was like, that should be about right. Put my 20-yard pin on him. Freaking smoked him, baby. Let's go. I am pumped. I've always wanted to do that before. I've never killed a squirrel or any kind of small game with a bow. That was the first. How about $100 bow one time? I mean, that's only one squirrel. It could have been a lucky flipping shot. Very possible it was a lucky shot. The first shot barely missed him. The bad thing is we did not recover either of our arrows. These arrows are like $750 a piece or $650 or something like that. It's not really terrible for arrows. It's not really cost effective for taking out a squirrel when you could just use a 22. But if you want to work on your accuracy, your precision with your bow, I mean, good night. There ain't much better way to do it. So I think the strategy is to sit here, wait for them to come out, make themselves seen, and then kind of stalk them, get up on them, get within 20, 25 yards, and then make another shot. I think that's what we're gonna do. Try to stick around for a little bit longer and see if we can get another one on the ground. That is freaking awesome. Gives me a load of confidence in going deer or turkey hunting later in the video. Really needed some confidence, I'll be honest. All right, we got this squirrel turned over on its back because that's where I got it. I actually just blew out the spinal cord, pretty much. Just like I was telling you, I don't think I hit him with this center point on the broadhead. Okay, I think one of these wires just ripped his spine out, and that's why he is how he is. That's the great thing about these small game heads. You got a pretty good little surface area where you can bang one, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna...
Oh! Neck shot! Freaking neck shot! Let's go!
You're gonna kill me.
What?
I didn't even have time to hit the record button until you shot.
You're kidding.
No, promise. Well, you got him.
So, we didn't get the shot on camera.
Brutal by me, I'm sorry.
That's rough.
I know.
I smoked a flipping fox squirrel.
Big fox
Here.
squirrel.
Look what a beautiful tail. That is a big old squirrel. Can't really show this up here, but it was basically a headshot. This is a big male.
Big male.
That's a big old male. Good thing is we saved our arrow as well. That's almost a mountain squirrel right there.
Is.
For me, that's the biggest squirrel I've
It
ever
is.
killed. I absolutely flipped him, smoked him, brother. Look at that. The big flipping squirrel, brother. Hate that you guys didn't get to see
I know,
the shot.
that was
Drop
a
a hell of a thing. Squirrel number 2. This is going to go perfectly with the other one.
Yeah.
Big Daddy James cut off the tail of the other one so he can use it for flies. I bet he'll want that one
He'll
too.
be tore up about that.
That's epic. Let's go. Over the course of the last 2 months, we've actually been getting a lot of bear on trail camera. And the thing about killing a bear on your property where you're also targeting deer, here we can bait deer, but we cannot bait bear. So it is currently archery season in Kentucky for bear, and we've not put out any corn for our deer in the last 30 days because that is the law. You can't do it for 30 days, then you can hunt bear.
You go to jail.
You can go to jail, and I'm not trying to go to jail. So our main targets today are bear. We can still take out one of our target bucks. And there's also turkey, which we've seen very little of at this location. And by the way, you also can't bait turkey. Kentucky's kind of all over the place. So yeah, bear, deer, turkey. See any of those? Amazon's bow is gonna see some time on the cord. So it's early morning, me and BDZ are heading out to the stand. Let's see if we see something. All right guys, it is opener of bear archery season. And me and Zach are walking here right now. Zach. Zach's a little nervous. Watch out, you bumping me in the road here.
Yeah, I'm on the edge again.
Zach's afraid of owls. He's also nervous about the bear. Good thing about bear is they're usually pretty spooky toward humans unless they got cubs. Unfortunately, there are some with cubs nearby, which is not good. All right, well, we're gonna get set up, get up and stand, and I'll give you guys an update. We are officially over the weight limit. We're tight in this stand.
It's hot. It's supposed to have been a cold front, but
He's sweating. There's the GoPro. That's gonna be your guys' view. We're expecting him to walk down this road right here. We're tight. We got safety straps, so we're good. That said, now we wait. Ever since daylight, ever since essentially shooting light, which is kind of before daylight really, it has rained. I am freezing. I'm soaking wet. It's like 50 degrees. At least it's not like 30. I was hearing some action, but could have been squirrels. I don't know. If the rain don't let up, this is gonna be a short hunt. But if we can stick the rain out, sometimes, just sometimes, that can trigger some action. We're gonna hope it stops pretty soon. Zach just bet me $5 that he can spit to this tree. This closest one right here. Just spit all over me. That's what you done. You spit all over me. $5.
bucks. So after not seeing any bear, deer, or turkey, we go back to our original spot where we set up our tideway blind. It's been a few days since we set up the blind, so hopefully any deer that's been coming around are pretty used to the blind. It's really cold out. I got my heated tideway jacket on. That's coming in clutch. And we are all sitting comfortably in the blind. That's myself, BDJ, and BDZ. And not too long into this hunt, we noticed a sound going on to our left, and very soon after, a small flock of turkeys come strolling out. All right, I'm looking down here, trying to find him. So looks like he flew up in one of those trees. I'm not sure, honestly, what the legality of shooting him out of a tree is right now. I assume you probably can't do that. I don't know. Comment down below. I'm not gonna do that. Not good. It's hard to tell if I just hit feathers. I don't think I just hit feathers, but I might have. There's something over here. I don't know if that's Zach or... We're looking. Amazon's cheapest bow. That's what happens sometimes. I will say, I think the shot went exactly where I wanted to go. Didn't hit where we needed to hit. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
All right, guys. Tate and Zach are way up there. I've walked down this hill. We got a feather here. We got another feather here. We got another feather here. This is where he is. I got one feather in my hand. There's a feather right there. This right here is our real answer. He's further down. There's this feather right here, and then I found two more little small feathers that have been cut. This bird definitely flew either over this or was here at some point. I don't see any other ones around here, but he was here.
Well, James and Zach says they feel like they heard a bird flopping. Do you think it was over the hill where you heard it or what? We're gonna keep looking. If we find him, we'll let you know. Not seeing him. It's not a good sign. Okay, huh? There's feathers. Definitely his, because these were cut. Definitely the one we shot. So, and that tree right there, most likely, or this one. Everybody look in the tree, make sure he's not still up there. May not have the power to fly. We're gonna continue the search. I think we should probably search a little better. We're gonna do our best to find him. You hate to have it, but it happens. It happens.
All right, Tate, this is what we got.
Well, who knows? Is that from a turkey that was injured, or is it from a turkey that was
Here's our answer.
cut?
It just cut.
That's him. That's our guy.
We shot him way, way up there. Problem is, we're getting close to a cliff here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of times when something's injured, it goes downhill. That's how it is with deer.
We know he's here.
Well, we didn't find the turkey. We found feathers from the turkey. I believe he's probably injured. Here's the thing about turkey. If you guys have never hunted turkey with a bow, I've never killed a turkey with a bow. As you can see, you have to always hit them, I think, a little lower than what you think. I felt like I aimed low there. I did put my 20-yard pin on it, and after re-ranging after the fact, it was about 17 yards. So could have been why it went high. All in all, I don't know. I don't know if that turkey will survive or not. We didn't find the arrow. Didn't see any signs of blood. We're talking about this like we're tracking a deer. Usually you want them to, you know, just flop right there on the scene. And what makes me think he might be okay is the fact that he flew. Could have just gave him a haircut. Hopefully he's okay, or hopefully he's really not okay, and we find him.